What is up? We're here gonna do some reacting videos. One reacting video, and we're gonna react to these protests that happened in the Toronto rally. And right here we have the news reports. I have them up on my screen right here, and we're gonna react to them. So, without further ado, let's hit play and let's go.
Smoke about a new bill that many say will penalize people who are simply trying to kick their smoking habits.
Former smokers were among a group at Queen's Park today who were there to send a message to the government about new regulations that affect e-cigarettes. CTV's Heather Wright joins us now. And Heather, the protesters say people who want to vape will be treated unfairly when the new rules come into effect.
That's exactly right, Ashley. Many of the people at today's rally are themselves former smokers. They say vaping was the only way they were able to kick that habit, and they worry that this legislation is going to make it harder for people to access e-cigarettes, therefore making it harder for people to quit smoking. Hundreds of people crowded onto the Queen's Park this afternoon. They're not smoking, they're vaping, and they're trying to get the provincial government to change its mind on Bill 45.
Vaping is not smoking.
Wow.
It shouldn't be treated as such, and the way that Bill 45 is currently written, it's essentially treating vaping just like tobacco cigarettes.
Bill 45 will come into effect January 1st, and among the changes, stricter rules when it comes to e-cigarettes, also known as vaping. The bill will prohibit the promotion of e-cigarettes, prevent people from vaping in places where smoking is also banned, ban people from sampling products inside specialty vape stores. The government says it wants to prevent people from being exposed to vapor, but some say these new rules will actually do more harm than good. Among them, many of the people at today's rally, former smokers.
38 years. I tried everything to quit, and it just couldn't. As soon as I picked up vaping, I stopped.
That's the story many vape shop owners say they hear
Same
every
here,
day.
Brenda.
But they say they need to be able to show customers products and allow them to sample and vape inside, which will be banned under the new law.
In the workplace, which is my shop, you're not allowed to vape in it anymore. So how am I going to troubleshoot your unit when you bring it in and something's not working? How do I fix it for you?
E-cigarettes and vaping are relatively new, and while studies show using these devices is better than lighting up, some health experts say there haven't been enough studies to know exactly what risks are associated with vaping. This group wants those studies.
Let me just stop the video there and pause it. Studies can be biased, alright? Now, if you go outside, you're probably going to inhale more toxic gases from exhaust on vehicles than you are in that crowd of vapors. So these kind of research topics are, they could be bought off and paid, right? So, I mean, research, come on. I mean, cigarettes are still legal, and we know research on them, right? I mean, come on.
To move
Let's
forward,
resume.
who wants to work with the government.
There should be health concerns with vaping. We should be studying these products more, learning more about them, and optimizing their safety.
The Associate Minister of Health has indicated she is open to revisiting some of the language in the bill, but nothing definitive has been promised. And there are an estimated 500 vape shops in the province, and owners worry they will not be able to stay in business once this legislation comes through. Reporting live, I'm Heather Wright. Ashley, back to you.
Alright, we're gonna go to the next video. Let's do this.
Full force today, calling on the provincial government to back away from its bid to heighten regulations on e-cigarettes. Ashley Carter tells us what health experts have to say and why those against the bill are calling it a drag.
Vaping is not smoking, a message heard loud and clear Saturday outside Queen's Park, where hundreds of people gathered, protesting the regulation of electronic cigarettes.
We're protesting many aspects of Bill 45, particularly the parts that restrict vape shops from vaping in their shops, displaying and promoting in their shops.
Bill 45, a new law that takes effect January 1st, regulating the sale, promotion, and use of e-cigarettes, something that has those in the vaping community fuming.
There's no tobacco in this, so why should it be?
Another thing that I want to touch on about this, about these legislations about how they can't push or promote the product in like their own vape shops, which you have to be of legal age to enter anyway, right? is the fact that with like you look at alcohol and how they brand that, right? They have everything out and about there, right? I mean, you know, you walk into a tobacco shop, you have packs of cigarettes everywhere, you have pipes, bongs, you name it, right? I mean, why are they scrutinizing vaping so hard is the real question. Why? You know, why? Because it's affecting the big tobacco's pockets, and that's what this is all about. So, let's continue, shall we?
Under tobacco laws.
At the end of the day, this is essentially banning vaping in Ontario.
Many e-cigarette users are former smokers who turned to vaping as a so-called healthier choice.
I think it's a better alternative, you know. I actually breathe better, I can taste food better. I don't lose my breath chasing my kids around anymore.
I smoked for 43 years and tried
Amen.
everything. I quit cold turkey for 2 years and went right back to it. And I've been doing this for 18 months now, and it works.
But of course, there are some safety concerns, with the Heart and Stroke Foundation saying that the use of e-cigs could be a gateway to tobacco use and even nicotine addiction, something one anti-smoking advocate agrees with.
They're not as dangerous as cigarettes, but are they completely free of harm? No. There is no e-cigarette containing nicotine at the moment that's been approved by the federal government.
The Heart and Stroke Foundation adding governments need to
You can get
regulate
nicotine. You can get
e-cigarettes to
e-juice
protect
with
Canadians
0
against
milligrams
possible
on it.
harms. Nearly a decade ago, the Smoke-Free Ontario Act was put in place, prohibiting smoking in all enclosed workplaces and public places. And now the vaping community fears it's being targeted next. Ashley Carter, Global News.
Alright, so we've sat there and we've watched all this, and the conclusion is, yes, vaping is not necessarily, let me pause this, vaping is not necessarily harm elimination, it is harm reduction. In bottles of e-juice, such as this, right, this is the juice, and then you'll put it into your mod, your dripper, right, you drip it in and you take your hit, right. In that, there is 4 main ingredients. Propylene glycol, vegetable glycerin, nicotine, and food flavoring. Like bakery flavors and stuff like that to give your juice the flavor. Now, no one's saying that it's harm elimination, but it's hundreds and hundreds and almost thousands of times less harmful than cigarettes. With cigarettes, you have probably thousands of carcinogens in it, right? And with vaping, you have like 4 main chemicals, and you know, that's just the way it is. It helped me get off cigarettes. If you would have told me a year ago that I would have never been able to get off cigarettes, I would have, you know, basically said ha ha ha, you know. But vaping helped me in a big way, and I don't want to see it go away. To those of you who are watching this and have stayed up to this point, keep fighting the good fight. Go to CASA.org and the Vaping Militia. There's Facebook groups out there. There's one called that I help run. It's called For Vape's Sake, and we're on the advocacy front of things as well. We're always posting articles and stuff like that in there. There's other groups that you can join into, but I'm not sure how much they do advocacy. I know there's something in Canada, I think it's like CVA or something like that, Canadian Vapors Association or something like that. I don't know exactly what it is, but anyways, keep fighting for your right to vape, and bring others in who are smokers to help them get off of cigarettes like we did. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Give it the rating you feel like it deserves, like, dislike, whatever. Feel free to comment your thoughts on the matter, and yeah, keep safe, guys, vape on, and have a great day. Peace out.